Hello everybody, it's Tanya here from Dark Moon Papery. Welcome to this little craft along video. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's subscribed and who's left lovely comments on my other videos. Much love to you all and thank you so much. I thought I'd do a little craft along video today. I kind of had this idea in the middle of the night after doing some paper dyeing. So I'm hoping this is going to work out. And basically what I want to do is create some wallpaper postcards. So what I've got here is I've got some postcards that I hand dyed, and I think these two were coffee dye, and I've spritzed them with a bit of gold. If you've been watching my channel and my Instagram, you'll know I do love my gold. And then these are my faux avocado dye. So basically, instead of using avocado skins, which I have so many mixed results with trying to dye with avocados, I've taken to using a mixture of tea and water-based ink, and it comes out very much like avocado dye. And then I've spritzed these with a little bit of gold as well. And these are just ordinary postcards. They're not vintage anyway. They're just modern postcards. But when you dye them like this, they take on this gorgeous sort of vintage style kind of thing. I'm not so chuffed about the brand name at the bottom, but we can maybe cover that up once we get going. And then I've got some blue ones that I did. I was aiming for like a sort of antique-y blue dye. You know, if you've seen lots of antique documents, some of the blue documents, they're just a gorgeous colour. And it's not quite there. It's not quite what I wanted, but I do really like them. And these I've spritzed with some blue pigment powders as well, and of course the gold. So they're going to be the base for these wallpaper postcards. And then I've just got a selection of vintage wallpapers. Some really lovely designs. I like this one. I like the bright colours on it. Love this. That's so vintage. Just so gorgeous. And you know, the hand blocking of the print on there, I just absolutely love that. And then I've got another vintage wallpaper that's not quite as vintage as the other ones, but still a lovely design all the same. And this is one that I use a lot. So there's my vintage wallpapers and my postcards. Excuse me. And the idea is to cover the postcards with wallpaper and make tags out of them, or journaling cards. So let's see, let's have a go. So I'm thinking this will go really nice with the blue, so we'll have that one on there. That one can be on that one. We'll have a pink one from there, maybe a pink one there, and maybe one from here. So that's my idea. Hopefully this is going to work out okay. As with all my crafting videos, I feel there's always an element of surprise in there. So let's have a look. And I'm not going to be too bothered actually about how the design of the wallpaper sits, because I do like to get the most out of my craft supplies. As I've said before on videos, I don't like to waste any part of it. So I'm thinking, you know, I can probably get 2 out of that. Although I do like that. I do have some other postcards, so we may end up making more, because I am liking that a lot. Right. So in theory, this should be very straightforward. So all I'm going to do is stick this on the back of here. So we'll get the trusty Fabri-Tac glue. As I've said many times before, I absolutely love this glue. I just love how quickly it bonds, and I love that it's, I don't know, just easier to apply. Oops, she says. And now the glue's getting stuck. I'm not going to worry too much about the edges, because I actually want to sew around these. So here we go. And then let's just check which way around it is. I can easily get myself completely flummoxed with this kind of thing. So there we go, that's that one stuck down. It's a very rainy day here in the UK. I don't know how it is where you are, but today we have lots of rain forecast. In fact, for the next 2 or 3 days, it's not looking good on the weather forecast. Typical British weather, we have a heat wave 1 minute, and then the next we're back to horrible weather conditions. So there we go, that's straightforward. That's one done. Let's move on with the rest. I do love the blue on that. I can't remember what these powders are called, but I will try and remember to link it in the comments. But I absolutely love them. It's like I think it's like a mixture of walnut powder and other sort of pigment powders. But I just love how it turns out. So just do this one as well. So yeah, the weather forecast isn't looking great for the weekend. So it's not looking good for dancing. Some of you might remember that I dance with a troupe of dancers. We dance at folk festivals and things like that. Obviously with COVID, we've not been able to dance out or practice in quite the same way, but things are getting better. And we've been practicing outside quite a bit, which has been really good actually. It's been really good. And the park that we dance in, it's actually got a covered bandstand, so at least we can practice, we can carry on practicing even if it is raining, which it looks like that's going to be happening for tomorrow's practice. So Just chop around the edges. I did consider doing torn edges for these, but I have a bit of a a love-hate relationship with torn edges. It's the perfectionist in me, I think. But yeah, I'm liking that. I like that. That's good. Right, so moving on. I want to try and move through these as quickly as possible. Because I don't want it to be boring for you. And you don't need to listen to me endlessly wittering on. I don't know, maybe you do like to listen to me wittering on. Do you like chatty videos? I know some people just like to watch stuff with the sound off. They don't particularly want to hear the person's thoughts on the day, that kind of thing. Oh, yes, that's going to turn out nice. If these turn out how they look in my head, I will be super, super pleased. Right. Okay, so that's 3 done. Look at that. That's so nice. They just don't make wallpaper like that anymore. Well, they do, but it'd be extraordinarily expensive. I just love the hand blocking. I love that chalky feel of the print. So yeah, so that's that one done. That's really pretty. I do like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the rest of them, and I'll probably set this part just to music so that you don't have to listen to me jabbering on. Okay, so now that that's done, I want to add some decorations to the cards. And in a change to my usual tags, which always seem to have vintage photos on, I decided to use these. These are taken from a sheet of Dutch Vicade illustrations, kindly gifted to me by a lovely lady who bought one of my journals. And they come on a sheet like this. And on the back it has all the different numbers. So I guess it's like a collector's sheet. So you find the card and then you stick it on the back of the sheet. I'm assuming that's how it works. If it's similar to sort of like the tea cards and the cigarette cards that we have here in the UK. So yeah, so she sent me these gorgeous sheets. They have just lovely illustrations on them. I love these yellow birdies. Love those. So what I've done, I'll just pop them to one side. So what I've done is I've cut them out, and then I've just darkened round the edges with a bit of brown ink. And I think they look really nice. You know, they've taken on a lovely sort of vintage look. Really do like that. So I'm going to put them on the cards. And then I've also got some French stamps that I'm going to put on the back as well, as though it was a real postcard. And then I've got a handful of lace scraps, so I want to incorporate some lace on there as well. So let's see how it goes, shall we? So let's have a look. I'll set that one to one side for a minute. Right, so I'm looking here for something with a bit of contrast to the actual colours in the pattern. Oh, you see, I like that. See, that orange stands out quite nicely. So I think I like that. I think I like those two. Let's have a look. That's quite a nice contrast. I do love this wallpaper. Oh, maybe it should go that way up. Oh, I like that. That works really well. That blue just pops out lovely. And then the pink. Oh, I quite like that. Again, it's that sort of pop of colour. And I really do like the orange butterfly, so that might be one. And then not so keen on that. Decisions. No, I think I'm going to stick with that one there. Actually, I think I like that one with this one. Yeah, we'll go with that. A little bit more subtle, perhaps, but right. So there we have it. That's the. I'm going to hang on to this one. I like that, and I think that actually deserves a vintage photo, so I think I'm going to hang on to that one for now. Right, so we'll pop that to one side. So let's have a look. Right, so I also want some bits of lace, and I've tried to choose lace that's quite flat because I want the images to stick over the top. Ooh, I'm out of frame there. Do apologise. So something like that, I think. In fact, I like that one. So we'll just pop those to one side. Just a minute. Get myself organised. Ooh, it's a nice piece of gold lace. This is actually 1920s metallic lace. I just love them. The dresses and stuff that they must have worn with this gorgeous metallic lace on must have looked fantastic. So oh yeah, I think I'm liking that there. And then that just sitting over the top there. Yep, we'll go with that. Really need to get more glue. Can't be without this glue. It's just the best glue. And when I'm gluing lace, I like to just smudge the glue about with my fingers, because then you don't get blobs of glue. Poking through the lace. That's not a good look. Just pop a little bit extra there. There we go. Keep that scrap of lace, not to waste a thing. And then I'm going to glue this over the top. They're so pretty, these images. Oh, no. Got a bit of glue there. Hopefully that's not too noticeable. So that's one. I'm not sure about that one, so I'm just going to set that one to one side for the moment. But I do like this. Perhaps a scrap of this sort of... Oh, that's nice. We'll go with that. Although we could go with that. You can spend, well, I don't know about you guys, but I can spend like hours procrastinating about which lace to use. Now, actually, I like that. And I like that just sitting across there. So I think we'll go with that. Yeah, I am one of the world's greatest procrastinators. When I'm crafting, I either have days where it all just flows and I don't really think about it and I just do it. And it all turns out fabulous. Or I have days where I just cannot make a decision. And generally it seems to be days where I can't make a decision. But you know, they talk about getting in the flow. And you know, it's true. Sometimes you just have to sort of let go and not think about it and just create, not stress. Don't think, oh God, is this going to look right? Is this going to look good on my Instagram? No, you just have to go with it. And I think you know, if you can get into that zone where you're not thinking about what you're doing, you're just letting the materials guide you. I think it's just one of the best feelings when you're crafting. Oh, that's kind of cute, isn't it? I like that. Right, so that's 2 down. So again, I think what I'll do is I'll set this next bit to music, and probably speed it up a bit so that you don't have to listen to me wittering on. Okay, so these are all looking really good. I'm liking how they're turning out so far, but they just need a bit more decoration. and I want to sew around all the edges. So I've got some scraps of writing. So we've got French vintage newspaper print, bit from a French legal document, music, script, another interesting bit there, a bit more music there. So I just want to add a little bit to each piece. So but first of all, what I'm going to do is before I forget, because I'll be cross with myself if I forget, I'm just going to quickly go around and just add a bit of vintagey looking edges. It is after lunch now. I had a bit of a break for lunch. And it is, I don't know, that weather's still raining. It's still not looking particularly brilliant. Don't think it's going to be a brilliant weekend at all. Might be very much a case of staying in and crafting. I'm liking how that looks. And I'm literally just like dabbing along the edge with this. I'm doing it quickly. I don't want it to be ultra perfect. But I do like to darken those edges. Just gives it a bit more of a vintage vibe. And particularly on the corners. And if you think about where you would probably hold the card, that's where it's going to get the most sort of marks on the paper. So just add a bit where if this was an old piece of ephemera, where, you know, think about where the dirt, I suppose, might appear. I do like this one. I love this corded lace. It's very vintage. I'm not sure how old. It was gifted to me by one of my friends who lives in Cornwall, which I really hope we'll be able to go and see my friend in Cornwall pretty soon. There we go, that's another one. I'm really liking how these have turned out, you know. I was thinking, while I was having my lunch, I was thinking, oh, maybe they're a bit too colourful. But they're not, actually. I'm really liking how they've turned out. And I do have a bit of an obsession with making photo tags, so it's nice to do something a bit different. Right, where are we? One more to go, I think. And I actually changed my mind about this this particular illustration. I decided I actually liked it in the end. Just darken those edges. There we go. Liking that. And then I'm just going to lightly do the backs. I'm not going to do too much to the backs because I figure they've already got that sort of aged look with the hand-dyed postcards. I do love that. And the thing about these sort of pigment powders, excuse me, you never know quite how it's going to turn out because it depends how much moisture's on the paper. Oh, I suppose I should say, so what you do is while the paper's wet, you sprinkle these powders on. You really don't need a lot at all, just a tiny amount. And then it kind of reacts with the water and spreads out, and just sort of does its own thing, and you just get random patterns. I just love that effect. We've done that one. Where are we? Like this one, it looks like I've put loads of powder on there, but actually it's only tiny bits. And when you first put it on, you can't even see it. It's not until it actually reacts with the water that you get this this effect. That's looking good. That's looking good. We're liking this so far. Have I done that one? I don't know which pile I'm doing. Which is the... I think I've already done that, haven't I? Oh, I'm just... You see... Oh, what am I doing? I'm doing the backs. I'm doing the backs. Oh, do you know? Honestly. I'd forget my head if it was loose, as they say. Do like this one. This lace is actually from an antique lace collar. I suppose it's a bit sacrilege just ripping up things like antique lace collars. I suppose at least it'll be sacrilegious to some people, but hey, not to us junk journal folk. We happily rip up all kinds of antique bits and pieces. There we go. Nice and quick. That's that done. Right, so back to the script. I hope I wasn't out of frame there. Is that a bit better? Maybe. Right, so I just want to add some little scripty bits. So with this one, I think I'm just going to add a little bit of this antique script. In fact, I'm just going to go for this snippet here. I like it there, I think. I'm just darkening the edges because it makes it stand out a little bit better. Oh yes, I'm liking that. In fact, actually, move that up so it covers that edge. Yep, you see, just that bit of script just makes all the difference. And then I need to decide what I'm doing with this, whether I put like a ruffle or just maybe a tab, maybe like a sari tab, something like that. But we'll think about that. Okay, so next one. And I'm thinking a little bit of music. Now, I don't want loads. I don't want it too uniform shaped either. That'll do nicely. I could do with some paper for gluing on. Here we go. I'm just going to pop that there. I just love the way stuff like this builds up, you know, this little sort of collage effect. I love the way different elements just kind of like bring the pieces to life. Now this one. Nope. Nope, that feels a bit too brown. You see, even the tiniest of scrap just makes all the difference. Doesn't have to be a lot. There we go. We're absolutely rattling through these. Oh, no, that's a nice little snippet. And I was thinking about what I said earlier about how, you know, you can end up procrastinating too much over things. So what I'm trying to do now is not think about it. I'm trying to make instant decisions. And it really works. Look at that. I do like this one. I do like these orange butterflies. So let's see what we've got. We've got 2 with script, 2 with music. See, I quite like this little scrap here. Yeah, I think we're going to go for some of that. So I'm just going to put it there because it's sort of hiding some of that white space then. Oh, we're cooking on gas. I do like this. I do like that pop of blue. So, I don't really want to be covering that. I'm not sure newsprint feels right. So we might just go for another little bit of script. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. Look at this, no procrastination. Well, not much. So what about you guys? Are you guys procrastinators? Does it take you hours to make things? Or are you one of those lucky people who just thinks, oh yeah, this'll go there, that'll go there, and job done? Right, so that's that done. So now onto the other side, because what I want to do is add some nice stamps to the back. So we'll just shift this out of the way. I've got some lovely French stamps here. I do love French stamps. I don't know if these postcards are French, but hey, no rules. No rules. I like that. Look at that chap there. I must apologise for the state of my nails, by the way. They're really grotty colour, and all the skin rounds are really grotty colour. But that's because I've been dyeing paper. So if you're sat there thinking, oh my God, wish she'd do something about her nails. Well, this is what happens when you dye paper and you don't wear gloves. But I kind of can't wear gloves because, oh, I like that. Because I need to feel the paper as I'm taking it out of the dye bath. It's only taken 2 days for them to get back to a semi-normal colour. Oh, it's off camera there. I do apologise. There we have it. That just makes it look a bit more postcardy. I do like this chap here. Oops. Oh dear, that's a shame. I wonder if I can rescue that. There we go, successfully rescued. I love stamps. I've loved stamps since I was a kid. Me and my brother used to collect them, and we had lots of stamps in albums and oh, actually, look at that. That goes well. Yeah, so we used to collect lots of stamps back in the day. Oh, see, that looks nice. That contrast against the pink, like that. And this one, I think we'll have another blue stamp. Oh, we're rattling through these. There we go, and last one. think maybe a bit of green, perhaps. That's a nice one. Right. So that's the, just shove them to one side. So that's the main elements done. So here they are, little scripty ones. And then we've got two with music on there. And then these two here. I think they make a really nice set. I'm really pleased with how they're turning out so far. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the sewing machine out and I'm going to sew around the edges, and then I'm going to sew on some sari ruffles. So I'll be back to show you the finished result. So here I am back again, and these are the finished journal postcards. I'm really, really pleased with how these have turned out. Really pleased. Space to do a bit of journaling on the back. I think these are going to look great in my forthcoming journals. So I do hope you've enjoyed watching me create these, and if you have and feel inspired to create some, that would be great. Particularly like this little bit of crochet here. I think that just works so well. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you've managed to stay with me through to the end, really do hope you've enjoyed it. And hopefully I shall see you again soon with another little crafting video. In the meantime, stay safe, people, stay well, and hopefully see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye bye.